So many might be asking this question whether this rally after the FOMC minute is just a temporary relief rally or an actual trend reversal for Bitcoin, because if you have been following me for a while, you know guys, I have showed you exactly, even in the medium short term, if the price is going to break below this key line of support from this ascending triangle or even the symmetrical triangle, we could see a movement here in this manner, but at the end the price showing a continuation like this, a U-turn type of formation. This is exactly what we said yesterday, but now since the price is also doing pretty much exactly like how we are expecting, will this also continue higher? Because according to this dead cat bounce, which is a bearish continuation pattern, if this is just a relief rally, I mean just a temporary relief rally, then we want the price of Bitcoin to break out of this key line of resistance at any cost. So before I add this Fibonacci line here, please guys, please try that like button if you haven't done it yet, and for those individuals watching for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So if you take this Fibonacci from this high till this low, you can see the price of Bitcoin came exactly around this 0.5 to 0.618 Fibonacci line, and according to this dead cat bounce, you can see the 50% retracement after this bounce. If this here was 0.1, this here 0.2, and now if this is 0.3, then you can see guys, the price of Bitcoin must break out of this key line of resistance. Yes guys, we need to break out of this key line of resistance, otherwise it could turn into a continuation pattern here like this, because according to the dead cat bounce, as you can see on the right hand side, after 0.1, 0.2, 0.2 is where we form this dead cat bounce, just like as shown in example, a relief rally of 50% retracement. In our case, we are exactly there and finding some resistance. So if this here is a continuation pattern, then we definitely want the price to break above this key line of resistance or this Fibonacci line and flip that into support, because if you do that, then we know this is an actual continuation, and in that case we could even break above this 25,000 resistance line. But if it's going to fail, I mean if the price fails to continue this uptrend, then we know we have to be careful, because in that case we could be following this dead cat bounce type of scenario, because in a dead cat bounce, you can see after showing this 50% retracement, price usually continues this trend to the downside following the original direction. So in our case right now, since the price is again around that exact area, please be careful, it might be fake out, right? So we need a proper confirmation. If it's a continuation, then we also need the price to break out of this key line of resistance around 24,400 to 24,600 range, because we know if we do that, I mean if the price breaks out of this key line of resistance, then parallelly we are also forming this ascending broadening wedge, and inside this ascending broadening wedge we are also forming inverted head and shoulder or inverse head and shoulder, because you can see very clearly guys, the upper line here is rejecting the price, right? The upper line is acting as a strong line of resistance, lower line is holding the price. Yes, the lower line here is considered as a strong line of support. So if the price in the medium short term manages to come across the 24,600 and flip that into support, that means we are actually expecting the price to get gravitated around the upper line area from this broadening wedge before trying to break above it. Yes guys, we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to get gravitated around the upper line area once we flip this 24,600 into proper support, because by doing that we could be also forming this inverse head and shoulder type of formation. Yes guys, left shoulder head has already been formed, and now if we get gravitated around the upper line area, that will also indicate the market could be, right, the market could be preparing itself for this new uptrend. And in that case, if the trend is going to continue here to the upside, then you can see guys, in that case our price objective is going to be somewhere between 28,000 to 30,000 range. Yes, we are still going to look this as a potential target from this inverted head and shoulder broadening wedge. If we managed to break this key line of resistance here in the medium short term around 24,400 to 24,600 range, because we know if we look at this here in a bit different way, I mean, if the price does fails to continue this uptrend and even shows a fake out and price after that starts showing a reversal in this manner, you can see in that case we still have some very strong line of support lining for Bitcoin, because we can see, guys, even if this is going to play out as a rising wedge, a bearish continuation pattern, price getting attracted towards the lower line, this lower line here has been acting as one of the strongest line of support, and if there is going to be another retracement, this line, this lower line is going to be another strong line of support. And now what I also did, I added this crypto Anup buy sell indicator, and this crypto Anup buy sell indicator along with this lower line area from this rising wedge is going to be acting as a strong line of support. And additional to this, we also have support from this CPR indicator, top, bottom, and the central CPI indicator. And many are still asking me which CPI indicator I'm using and how to add this in your chart. It's a very simple process, guys. Go to indicators here on the top left corner, then type CPR. If you type CPR, you can see pivot point CPR with monthly, weekly, daily, high, low. Just from Gomati Sankar, click on it. It might look something like this. But now what we are going to do, we are going to filter this indicator. So what we need, we are going to deselect the daily pivots. If you are scalping, then daily pivot is very helpful. But for us, we are not scalping, right? That's why we are going to look at this monthly pivots. Rest, we can simply deselect it. And also if you go to styles, what we need right now for this month is the top CPI line, right? You can see the bottom CPI line and the central pivot line. You can see rest. I mean, for the monthly pivot, monthly air 2 line, air 3 line is not necessary because the price has not reached the first air 1 target line. So we are only going to keep the air 1 line and not the S1, S2, S3 support line. Why? Because the price is above the CPR indicator. So that's why we are going to deselect also the monthly and simply keep the pivot point, the central CPR line, top CPR line, bottom CPR line, and the monthly R1. Monthly R1 because the price is above it and it is also considered as a target line. And now this is how it's going to look like after filtering all the noise. And now you can also see, guys, any sort of a retracement, this CPI line, which is sitting between 20,000 to 22,000, is also going to be another important line of support. If the price breaks the support from this rising wedge, breaks the support from this crypto Anup buy sell indicator, even if that is going to happen, we have very strong support lining in between this 20,000 to 22,000 range. And we know, guys, we know price parallelly is also flashing a fractal here from 2019, indicating us maybe we could be showing further impulsive movement before price gets exhausted and also start showing this corrective movement. Let me show you that here. A quick reminder before I switch the chart, we have almost like around $90,000 in rewards and bonuses available for you in the description down below, because if you are an experienced trader, if you want to take advantage of this market volatility, then definitely utilize these free bonuses available for you in the description down below. So we have talked about this scenario plenty of time in my videos. The reason why I'm still showing you here the price in the past price action, if it's going to follow a very similar scenario which unfolded here in 2018-19, then you can see we could be seeing a final impulsive movement towards the 0.5.618 Fibonacci line before turning bearish, because in this case you can see the price from this top till the bottom line took almost like 364 days to bottom, and in our case from the top of 2021 till the bottom we also took around 364 days. So if this here is going to play out just like if on the past price action, where the price is also forming this higher highs continuation pattern, came across the 21 weekly exponential moving average. Now if we are going to follow this movement, even if the price fails to continue this uptrend towards the 0.5.618 Fibonacci line, we are still expecting this trend, once we flip the 25,000 into proper support, to continue this uptrend at least towards 28,000 to 30,000 range before choosing a trend direction. So that's why, guys, as long as the price remains above 20,000 in a bigger picture, this here the 28,000 to 30,000 is still considered as our target area for Bitcoin. But if you have any doubt, then simply zoom out. Why? Because if you look at this price structure here in a bigger frame, you can see, guys, with each and every Bitcoin halving, the price after that has done very, very bullish. If you simply look at this 2012, after the Bitcoin halving, you can see we started this actual bull market. Again in 2016, after the Bitcoin halving, we started this actual bull market. So with each and every Bitcoin halving, we have started this new bull market. So in our case, if this exact scenario is going to happen, then you can see around March of 2024, this is when we have the fourth Bitcoin halving. And until then, even if the price is going to serve more of a range bound, even shake out, then please do not forget this chart, because after Bitcoin halving, you can see what has happened with price action of Bitcoin. The price has done very, very bullish and also made a new all-time high. And this is what we are also expecting the price of Bitcoin to do in the upcoming years. And not just only this, guys, even according to these yearly columns, you can see history shows Bitcoin has never had 2 consecutive red years in a row, and we have talked about this plenty of times. So when the price of Bitcoin was around 16,000, I showed you this chart which was actually pointing us, hey, since the market has already had this bearish year, now the upcoming years could be favoring the bulls. Yes, just like here, guys, if you look at this cycle, if you look at this whole bullish and bearish cycle, the bullish cycle ends after reaching the 0.3 and ends after reaching 0.0. This is a new beginning. So again, you can see same formation, 1 2 3 bullish continuation and then a bearish continuation, because 0.3 is the top and 0.0 is the beginning of a new cycle. So this exact scenario is also unfolding in a couple of years. So that's why we said, hey, 2022 was a bearish year. So if this exact formation is going to take place, then we are expecting upcoming years for Bitcoin also to be very bullish. So that's why if you have doubt, simply zoom out. So these were some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, then please, guys, please destroy that like button, and for those individuals watching for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.